Hey, faithful viewer, it is I, the Preacher Kid Sensation, PK Sensation for short. If you follow me on Instagram, Regina Nunnally is my name, and welcome to my installment brought to you by See the World Through My Eyes LLC, where I help people like you see the world through renewed eyes. Why? Because a renewed mindset creates a renewed lifestyle, all right? So we are going to starting a new series. This is something that a class or a session that I took at my church, and I kept the materials because obviously it's good for personal development. And if it's good for me, then why not share it with you? All right. So this series is talking about achieving personal success. Okay. Achieving personal success. All right. Now, you may get this information. You may have to pay for it. You might be able to go on Google or whomever and watch somebody talk about it. But you know what? Nevertheless, it's always good to hear something from a different perspective. All right. Because it's all doing what? Building up the man inside. Okay. That man in the mirror. Okay. So we're going to start with success strategies, all right? And these success strategies are put in place to help you, all right, gauge what it is you need to do to be successful and what it is that you're trying to do. So, number one, the success strategy number one is attitude / self-image. Attitude / self-image. All right. Develop a successful attitude. That's right. Attitude. You are what you think you are. Okay. So, in other words, your mind manifests in the present or right in front of you. All right. Your attitude towards yourself determines the attitude others have towards you. In other words, the way you treat yourself is the way people are going to treat you. Start practicing the success habit to improve your self-image. Okay? In other words, stop thinking of yourself as a loser. Stop thinking of yourself as an individual who can't do anything, achieve anything, right? And start thinking like a winner. All right? You are a unique individual with talents and abilities, and that can lead to your success. So what is that in essence saying? Basically what it says, all right? Believe it or not, you're not walking on air for you 80s fans, but how you think manifests in your actions. See, if your mind has been polluted with negative things, especially about how people have seen you. Now, let me qualify that. If you out there doing some crazy stuff, people gonna see you for what you do. All right. And they're not gonna try to get to know the real you, because all they're seeing right now, as far as they're concerned, the real you is what they're seeing. All right. But obviously, we all have that innate need to be needed and loved and accepted. Hence why we choose to associate with certain people and certain organizations, because we have something in common with them. Nevertheless, you can still have a negative attitude about yourself, even if you're hanging around people who are winning. You can still have a very, let's say, low self-esteem, even though you might be achieving degrees, you may be in the pulpit, you might be in leadership positions, but you can still have a very bad perception of yourself. And you're compensating it with achieving certain things. Now, I know I'm kind of like switching gears on this, because it's saying, hey, have a good attitude and self-image and you could be successful. Here's what it's not saying. It didn't say you couldn't achieve goals, all right, if you don't have a good self-image, how you feel about yourself. You could be achieving the goals because you're trying to compensate for how you feel about yourself. You're too busy trying to prove everybody wrong. And therefore, you're performance-based. This is really about you don't have to prove anything to anybody because you already were born to win. That's Zig Ziglar, all right? You're born to win, okay? And just because you were born into a certain type of family with a certain type of area, sporting a certain type of skin color, you still have to have the right type of attitude. And a lot of times this is a purposeful act. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Are you gauging yourself based on what you see around you? And that's what we do. Let me read what I have here. How do you see yourself? Okay? If you treat yourself with disrespect, that defeats your success. See, there's people who can succeed and they self-destruct. All right? I can use this as an example, but I don't want to, pinpoint out. But you see people who, quote unquote, get success. They make a lot of money. They drive nice cars and have houses. But deep down inside, they're broken. Okay? So we're talking about from the inside out. Being successful doesn't mean necessarily the stuff I just said. I believe being successful is being able to maintain your sanity even when things are going wrong. There's folks who can achieve something. They win that game. They win that trophy. They get across that finish line, and then they go home looking at themselves in the mirror, still thinking they're nothing. That's a mental issue. That's why it says attitude, self-image. See, if you were to, you looked at yourself like everybody else see you, then you'll never know who you really are. Who are you? I mean, literally. Did you look at the mirror and say, who am I? What do I like? Why am I here? Why do I dress like this? Why do I talk like this? Why do I put up with this? Look in here. Okay? Positive statements. All right? Make positive statements. See, even when you are on track to achieve something, you got to look at it. Am I doing this because this is what I choose to do? Am I doing this because it's going to make me look good? Success attracts success. So, switching gears back, if you want to be successful, you got to be around people who are about it. You have to be around people who are about it. If you are trying to change your life and you trying to change everything about you, but you still hanging with the same folks that ain't about nothing, ain't doing nothing because they haven't quite gotten to that point of epiphany, that revelation that there's more than life than meets the eye, and you still associating with these people, you don't have no support. Get with people who are winning. But yet that doesn't mean they're not struggling. That does not mean their life is perfect, but they've made it that they have a winning attitude. I'm a win at this game of life, no matter what happens. Okay? See? And I have here God's special creation. Part of the issue is that we do have an identity crisis. Okay? So if you have an identity crisis, such as you become whatever you need to get somebody, all right? You start talking and acting to get that man and woman. You start being everything they want you to be so you can get them. And then that's not really you. Or you do everything you can to get that job, but that's not really you. That's not your character. You put that out there to get the position, but your character is what's going to keep you there. Okay? So you have to see yourself as a special creation by God. But if you don't, but if you look at the fact you have stretch marks, and you look at the fact that my nose is too big, I'm dark skinned, I wear my hair like this, I ain't saying that you're gonna be everything to everybody. What we're saying is that you need to see yourself as I'm more than enough. That's what you need to do. I'm more than enough. All right? I might not razz your berry. Another man hot dog is another man's steak. Doesn't matter to me. I'm more than enough because I know who I am in the Lord. He don't make no junk. If anything, he renews me. He teaches me something new. All right? In other words, this is my exodus. So exit out of that negative self-image, okay? If you want to know who you really are, ask God. He'll show you. And you probably won't believe it because you think, oh my goodness, how can he love me so much? How does he see it? He created you. He created you. So if what he says matters, doesn't matter what anybody else's think. Okay? So in summary, all right, your attitude towards yourself determines how people treat you. Okay? Self-discover who you are, what you love, what drives you. Find that out before you decide to take on somebody else's personification, all right, or mask or face, all right? And stop trying to, I would like to say, stop trying to supplement the things that you have achieved as evidence that you are succeeding. If you doing stuff, but you still up here, you're only surviving. You're not thriving. But that's a talk for another time. So, like it if you like it. Love it if you love it. And share this with these 3 people. I'm not doing a chain mail, but you share with 3 people, God gonna drop $1 million in your lap. Nah, nothing about that. It's about if you share everything else, share this. And let somebody know that someone cares about them. This is Regina Nunley, better known as the Preacher Kid Sensation, PK Sensation for short if you follow me on Instagram. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.